turn. Know the struggle is real. Either you start or you gon' earn. Every soul gon' taste death. But until that day, I'ma still be riding through in that spaceship, yelling, don't quit your day shift. There was times when I copped some bullshit for real, just for it to rock. Had to leave it overnight on the windowsill. There's a pecking order.
Yo, welcome to PUWF, another episode of NXT. You here with your boy D Walk. Thank y'all for joining in. I'm here to talk about NXT and how it went this week. And I just want to get your feedback on how it went this week and everything, I mean, we start off this week by Cody Rhodes coming out announcing an NXT tournament. That's how it starts off with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is on Raw, and now he jumped to NXT and everything. To me, like, NXT is real desperate. They really need help right now, especially going against AEW. So Cody Rhodes is starting off with the program, starting off with the tournament. And, you got to remember, his dad started NXT, RIP, the legend, Dusty Rhodes. So he starts off with NXT, so he continued the legacy with his dad. And what do you think about the tournament and everything and how it should be and what it should start like? I mean, like, how do you feel? I mean, I feel good about Cody Rhodes coming to NXT. I mean, that's where I think he should have been started at because that's the foundation where his daddy started off at. So what do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PWF NXT time with D-Walk. This is NXT versus AEW time. Now, I'm happy that Cody Rhodes came back to NXT to reignite two tournaments, the Dustin Rhodes Cup, the Dusty Cup, and the other one too.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like too mainstream to go back to NXT.
Right.
For the stuff he did in AEW, he can't just stay in NXT. It's great that he came there, and he can probably feud for like maybe one or two guys in the future, maybe in a year or two.
Yeah.
Not now. That's my opinion.
Yeah. But I love it how Dusty Rhodes, he started NXT.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes was the foundation of NXT. And Cody went back and he's doing continuing what his dad is doing. He was doing. I find that dope. I love that. It's a legacy. He's keeping it going.
I know he has no point to. I mean, he has a point to do it now because if not, no one else is going to do it for him. So
right, exactly.
Honestly,
exactly. So, I mean, like, how do you feel about how that could be? How do you feel about that and AEW? How it starts off with AEW? We doing AEW versus.
In contrast to AEW, by the way. Well, you know what? Let's give a rating out of a 5. D-Walk, how was NXT rating for you? For the opening, just the opening segment. That's it.
The opening, I give it like a 3.5.
Okay. I would give it, because of Dusty Cup and everything else, I give it like a solid 4.
Mm-hmm. So
I give it that. All right, that's fine. We're gonna start off the segment of AEW, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I'm multiplying a lot of things here. Make sure to hit that like and follow. And for the one person watching, thank you and welcome to the PUWF, Joe's channel. We love you, Joe. Now, the match card. Obviously, I'm not gonna say that, but once it started off in the 0 hour before, and that was. And ROH World and NJPW Strong Openweight title match, Eddie Kingston versus Minoru Suzuki. And it was a very interesting match. We had only a half an hour before the Tuesday started.
Mm-hmm.
And in the sense, the first 5 minutes, obviously, is Japanese wrestling, so they're going to slap the crap out of each other. They slap their chest and everything else.
Right.
Then, Eddie did a couple flops when he got hit. Then he did an exploder back and forth, did a special to Hurricane. There was a Kingston's a bum sign. Honestly, he did win.
Mm-hmm.
He won. He got Minoru Suzuki up, gave him the praise, let Suzuki be in the middle of the ring, and he got out. Now, in my opinion, I love Eddie Kingston. I get that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dawn. I know you're watching me. Kiki. Now, shout out to Eddie Kingston, but he was a bum. I'm sorry. This was a crappy match. Suzuki deserved better. And they're calling him the hardcore grandpa. Shout out to Terry Funk, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I did not like it. I did not like the match. I did not like the setting that it was on the 0 hour. You're crapping on a legend like Suzuki. Yes, he's old. Yes, he can't go like we did before. But on the fucking 0 hour, you could have put the Acclaim. They ain't doing shit right now. But that's my opinion of what's happening. What's your thoughts on this?
I always thought about it like this. He shouldn't have never lost against John Moxley in the first match. The very first match. He should have never lost against John Moxley, especially it wasn't for no title. Yeah. That's why I find like it's the difference between legacy and winning streak to me. And Suzuki's, I'm spelling his name all wrong, but he a legend. He's a pure fact legend. He shouldn't have lost his first match against John Moxley, especially coming to AEW. That's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And it sucks that I fucking do because it's just. But let's move on. What's your rating on this match? This opening match. This was the opening segment of AEW. Because, well, technically, we're not there, but I count the 0 hour for the opening segment.
Well, 1 through 5, right?
Yeah, 1 through 5.
3. I give it 3.
Here in Puerto Rico, we say buen provecho, so have fun with that.
I give it 3.
I would give this a 2.5, 2.2, because again, I didn't like it. Like,
yeah.
Bleacher Report gave it a B, you know, and they say it. This feels like a strange match to put on a YouTube pre-show. Kingston is one of the most loved guys in AEW, and Suzuki is a respected veteran. Why waste something on a fraction of the audience is going to? And there wasn't even that many people there. It was full, but it wasn't full.
No. I see how empty it was. It was empty.
All right. Next match on NXT side. What you got, D-Walk?
I got the Brawling Brutes and Tyler Bate versus Gallus.
Okay.
I mean, I like the match. I mean, I like the people in the matches. I'm just tired of seeing the same people doing the same matches. You got the same people. I mean, all of them are good wrestlers. But then at the same time as this, though, we get tired of they just wrestle like 4 times in a row in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them are good. God damn it. Like, let them go and wrestle other people. Let them go and wrestle motherfucking God damn it, what's the motherfuckers blonde dude's names that's posing in the shit? God damn it.
You mean the Fandango wannabes?
Yes.
Oh, the Brawling
Brutes.
I
mean, like they haven't done nothing to get moved up to the roster spot.
Yeah.
Nothing. They should be still in NXT. To me, because they haven't done shit.
That's true. Yeah. But that's just I can't say anything about that. NXT and tag teams aren't that great. The only good tag team is in Raw by now. But what happened at the match, D-Walk?
But the main roster's tag teams is shit too.
Yeah.
So you got Bate and Butch and Holland defeat Gallus by pinfall.
Yeah. All right. What's your rating on this?
I still can't. I still until Butch turned back to Pete Dunne, I would never accept shit he done.
Damn, the hate. I know. Same thing. I feel the same thing. So I get that.
Like I just can't see him as Butch. Pete Dunne. God damn it, he doing the same shit as Pete Dunne. Why can't he be Pete Dunne?
Because that was creative that messed it up, and now it's all crazy. Give me a second. My cat wants to play freaking jumping jacks on my shit. Get out of here. Now,
but you know.
Bless you. But my rating on this, I give it a solid 2.53. It's the same match over and over again, but just different combinations. Next up for me.
So you know?
Yeah.
So you know Triple H is back in charge now.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm curious to see how this go forward. because they said Triple H is 99% in charge. So they give Vince McMahon that one input. What is that one input gonna be involved in?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see in the future. I don't know just yet, but we'll talk about that on Thursday. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
I
Oh, on
got you.
Thursday. On Thursday. On Thursday. Not Wednesday. We get a day off. Moving on. Opening match for AEW Dynamite was Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson for the first time ever. They have fought, and
I'm
for the
mad I
first
missed
time
that
ever.
match, bro.
What
I
was
am
the
so
match?
mad I missed that match.
It was
First,
a long match. It was like a 20-minute match.
Swerve Strickland is is man. His catch music, the
Yeah.
way my man come out, the
Prince
way he
Nana.
wrestled, just the grime. Like he's just a grimy. Like you just can't trust that nigga. Like you gotta have your wallet in your sock type dude with him. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man. I love the way his gimmick is compared to WWE.
It's true. It's true. This was an action-packed opener. Saw Strickland in position to use Prince Nana's crown for a tainted victory, only for Hangman Adam Page to keep him from doing so. The distraction allowed Danielson to rock Strickland with the Blue Psycho knee for the win. Strickland continues to prove he is a main event level talent with these show-stealing matches against former world champions. Danielson is one of the best wrestlers of all time.
I agree.
And that's true. And Swerve never once looked like he was outmatched or outclassed. Strickland
No,
rose to the occasion once again. His future can only be brighter. By Bleacher Report standards, this was an A.
it
All
should have
right.
been.
Yeah.
Cause to
I
me,
hear that.
Swerve Strickland, his mic skills is A1. His wrestling skills is A1.
Yeah.
To me, like I could see honestly him being a future AEW champion. The way he carry himself as a champion. He carry himself as like my pride is everything.
True.
I
True.
love it.
I love that too. That's the best thing about it. Now, here's the nice little moments by Bleacher Report. If Tony Khan really wanted to beat NXT in the ratings, he should have booked an entire segment of Prince Nana dancing. Because again, I
Yeah,
love Nana
he
dancing.
could have.
He
He
could
could
have.
have Prince Nana. Man, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to meet Prince Nana and
You
do
know
the
what?
swerve. I'll do the
Yeah.
swerve dance with him.
You know what's even crazier? Like if you had like a picture-in-picture during matches of what's Prince Nana doing, like in the old school, like 2015, 16 Raw, whether you see someone in the background just doing random stuff,
Yeah,
that would be cool to watch. Here, it's your turn. Next match,
yeah.
Mr. D-Walk.
Yeah, I mean, I like on the end of that, I would love to do the swerve dance with Prince Nana, bro, cause
Yeah,
he be killing it.
he does. He does. Respect him.
And then our next segment on NXT is John Cena nearly gives Braun Breaker attitude adjustment. They get into a confrontation, and it pretty much later on it leads down to the match.
Yeah.
And Carmelo Hayes is involved in it and everything. How do you feel about that one? Man, they gave it a C, but how do you feel about that one?
What a surprise that John Cena did his special on a person, and most likely that person will be buried in the future, as in the tradition of John Cena.
Yeah,
That's sad. Like
it is.
you
It
can
is.
see that Carmelo Hayes is getting like the rub off creative, and I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Braun Breaker is not, because he's just not. And okay, Carmelo, well, I'm just gonna say it like this. This was not a great segment for me
No,
because John Cena does not need or
no,
have to be in NXT at all.
at all. No.
At all. And they could have found anybody else. We'll talk about the other people that came to NXT, but keep
Hmm.
going, sir.
But the way I feel about Braun Breaker, I don't think Braun Breaker go break the ceiling like he should too, because his uncle, who is his
Yeah.
uncle? His uncle Scott Steiner.
Yeah,
Scott Steiner is known for to do what?
that's true. Moving
Yeah,
on. Oh, no, go on.
but next match we had an NXT Championship. We have Igo Ilya Dragunov versus Dominic Mysterio, and the referee is LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
They're
did you feel
pulling.
about that match? I mean,
They're
I'm
pulling everybody out their asses to make fucking ratings. This is just desperation. Like,
Exactly.
why would LA Knight go back to NXT after he just left? That's a demotion. You had a back and forth with the
Yeah.
Miz that's on YouTube history forever.
Yeah,
And
that
now
is
you're in NXT as a special referee.
ass backwards to me.
That's and then Triple H says it's not a competition. You fucking crazy bastard.
Man, they tripping.
Come
LA
on.
Knight. Like I would have had anybody but LA Knight. Cause LA Knight, he hot on Raw. Why'd you dropping him back down to NXT? Like pretty much you just pretty much like stuffing them down your motherfucking throats. Like, huh, here you go. Like John Cena. Don't no, bro. That's not cool to me.
No, but that's what they do. That's what they
At the
do.
end of the match, Jargonov defeat Mysterio by pinfall to retain the NXT championship.
Yeah. I get that. All right. That's fine.
Nice. Knight had a little involvement in the distraction. So, I mean, like to me, like, is he gonna be a part involved in the Bloodline feud? I mean, they still dropped off the feud about Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley. I could see Bobby Lashley them forming a group against Judgment Day. Since Bloodline gone, like they dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, they did.
They dropped the fucking ball completely.
Yep. But such is life, Moving on to the next match, which is gonna be really quick to say because this was really quick anyway. Powerhouse Hobbs with Don Callis versus Chris Jericho. Now I'm gonna say what Richard first said. Powerhouse Hobbs with Don Callis by his side spells bad things for the rest of the AEW roster, as Chris Jericho found out the hard way in Tuesday night. Hobbs obliterated the veteran, squashing him as a one-sided match, as we have seen the future Hall of Famer compete in. This was a concentrated effort by Tony Khan to reheat Hobbs after months of questionable booking, which is true. We'll talk about that in a second. Left him a shell of what he should have been. It worked, even if the match was different to what some might have expected. Jericho selflessly did what was right for the business, which is putting over Hobbs, which is true.
Yeah.
This is a B+. Notes: Hobbs dominated early. We got another video package featuring Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and the Kingdom, but it was nowhere near as good as Cole's. They were just cutting the grass. Your thoughts on the squash match of Jericho?
Honestly, I would give that match a 5+, A+, because the fact about it, you got a legend like Chris Jericho that's willing to give away and make the other wrestler look good, just to push that wrestler and not be selfish. I give Chris Jericho a standing ovation, applause, because not too many wrestlers is gonna let a new young wrestler get a push. He making Hobbs look good. Hobbs is already good as it is, but you got Chris Jericho. You got on your resume, I beat Chris Jericho. Fair and square. That's
not
beautiful
fair
to me.
Square, fair and dominant. That's what it was. It was fucking fair and dominant that Hobbs destroyed freaking Jericho, which I'm so fucking happy for him.
John Cena, well, John Cena wouldn't do that. How many wrestlers? Goldberg wouldn't do that. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Goldberg would squash motherfuckers and be like, all right, bye.
I can't stand Goldberg. We'll talk about that in another episode, another day. But Bret Hart is my favorite wrestler of all time. But the fact about it, Chris Jericho let that happen. Chris Jericho is the all-time best wrestler in the fucking world. Chris Jericho, a lot people don't give Chris Jericho his flowers. Chris Jericho, he deserves his flowers.
Yeah, I get that. You're up, D-Walk. Oh wait. What do you give 5? I give it a nice little 4.5 because again, it's a good reheat for Hobbs.
Yeah. That's a legend off the list.
Yeah.
And then we got a women's breakout tournament, Lola Vice with Elektra Lopez versus Danny Palmer. I don't know nothing about these two or these individuals. Yeah. I mean, they must be just fresh, but to me, they got a lot of potential and a lot of stuff that could happen. But the result is Vice defeat Palmer by pinfall to advance to the semifinals of the Women Breakout Champion. I need to go back and see about before they got mainstream and look at their amateur wrestling just so I could judge them. Because I don't want to judge them just now because I don't even know.
Makes sense. I respect that. Again, most people make judgments right off the bat. I have no idea who you people are talking about, these two wrestlers, but they're on NXT, so they have some promise.
Yeah.
All right. As a rating, I can't give it to because I have no idea who the fuck these guys are.
Yeah,
So
me either. Me either. And I just ain't gonna get no rating, and I don't know.
I give it NA for not available.
I agree. I agree.
All right. This was a very interesting match. AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Rey Fenix 2. Now,
my man Pockets.
Now, shout out to Joe BNCO, and you taking a nice day off. This is gonna piss him off.
Hey, I seen Joe all day today about memes about Pockets.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna say this part. Considering the injuries suffered by both Moxley and Phoenix, we found out Moxley had a broken shoulder.
Again. Oh wow!
No, Moxley is unable to wrestle right now at the moment, and Phoenix has a broken shoulder.
Wow!
And a fast-paced bout saw Presley Squeege and Phoenix titles reign with Orange Punch and a roll-up. Now, here's the part. Considering the injuries suffered by both Moxley and Phoenix since then, there are worse options than putting the gold on a guy who brought as much consistency to AEW programming as any here in 2023.
It makes sense.
Bringing up the fact that he defended the belt 31 times.
Yeah.
Day in and day out. And they had a storyline that's still ongoing where Cassidy is getting like slowly depressed because obviously he lost the belt and he's sad, hanging out with Hook, trying to get something out of something. I really like that maybe there was going to be, in my mind, a descent into him becoming a heel.
Yeah.
And that would have been cool. Yeah. I would love that of him being like getting sadder and sadder and hanging out with people that have belts until he just fucking would have snapped. And again, my idea of calling him Blood Orange Cassidy would have worked.
Yeah.
What do you thought of this match?
Pockets. It's all about Pockets.
Yeah.
I like Pockets. And just in spite of my partner, both of them, it's all about Pockets. I'm glad to see my homeboy Pockets got the belt again.
I am too. I'm glad for him. I mean, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It makes sense to give it to a guy that would do it for like, I'll do it, guys. I'll fucking do it. So I respect him for that.
Him and Seth Rollins as neck and neck as wrestling and then defending the title and staying get hurt for weeks and weeks.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. D-Walk, you're up.
I got Carmelo Hayes with John Cena versus Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman in his corner.
Yeah.
Again, we've seen this match happen a dozen of times minus John Cena and Paul Heyman in the match. What do you think, and how do you think what happened to the match? Like, what would be your prediction?
Okay. Not my cup of tea of a match, but again, they did it for ratings, they did it for love, they did it for because they were scared of AEW. So,
but B plus though, how do you think the match was for it to be a B plus?
They're pretty hard hitting, showing off Carmelo and Braun Breaker mostly. Like, and I saw shout out to Botchamania and Radio Joe. They showed that even at his age, he still calls out all the spots so loud that like they have to drown out the audio so they don't hear it. And it's just sad. That's what I give the match out of a 5, like a 3, because Cena's too fucking loud. Just too fucking loud, man.
But I had to give it a 2. Just because the fact after the match, okay, Carmelo Hayes won. After the match, Braun Breaker say he's the bad dog in the yard. The Undertaker pull up on him, choke slam him. After the match.
True.
I mean, when you involve the Undertaker, it should be an A plus. If you got John Cena, Paul Heyman, and the Undertaker in one match in the same segment, that should be a hit. So
Well,
that's telling you something like WWE is not doing something right.
on paper, yeah, but on reality, that John Cena's old, even doing the moves, and it just wasn't a good fit. Just wasn't, honestly.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I don't even still understand why Undertaker is on NXT anyway. Undertaker had never been on NXT. Undertaker had never ever been on no side shows.
Yeah,
Why?
but I don't know. That's just life. We move on. Backstage, Tony Storm introduced her first film, a silent one entitled Lover's Lament. It aired during the picture-in-picture commercial break because even on a show where the first 40 minutes were interrupted, the women's division is a secondary consideration, which that's true. Cassidy appeared more serious than ever as he celebrated his championship victory while surrounded by Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, and Rocky Romero.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Wardlow squashes Matt Sydal.
Oh my god. Hey.
Hangman, yeah, that's why I'm going to put it together. Wardlow squashes Matt Sydal. Shout out to Joe BNCO. I bet you he's smiling for that one.
Yeah.
And Hangman Page versus Jay White. This I'm going to connect both of them. Wardlow has made a second consecutive appearance on Dynamite, squashing Matt Sydal in a match that ended via referee stoppage. He continued to sport wrist tape that, upon closer look, read MJF. And then moments later, we'll talk about that in a second. Hangman Page and Jay White hit the ring for a special dream match.
Mm-hmm.
There was the match. After the match, it was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Switchblade systematically worked over the right knee of Page throughout, limiting the offense and slowing his opponent.
Yeah.
Late in the match, as the champion might fight his way back to the contest, Prince Nana appeared and blasted him with his crown to set up White's roll-up victory.
Yeah.
After the match, MJF entered the arena and demanded his title back. White refused. Juice Robinson announced up for next week's Dynamite Battle Royal, and a pissed-off MJF walked off when Robinson threatened to use a roll of quarters on him. The match, that was kind of fun. The controversial line about quarters in a relation to MJF was unnecessary.
Wow.
But it added, I'll talk about it in a second too, but it added a certain gravity to the program that should serve the heat upon up his more depraved side in the absence of fun-loving Adam Cole. Now, first part. What do you think of Wardlow versus Sydal?
Man, I was ecstatic when I was hoping Massadale would never fucking got up and blinked or walked or whatever the fuck he is, bro. I mean, I loved the whole fact about it. He was getting squashed. It remind me when he was back in WWE, where he was always getting squashed. I'd like to see more of him getting squashed.
Yeah, that's true. Now, second part. Page versus White. Thoughts?
Cage. Christian is the best Cage that ever been through his whole entire career. He deserves a run.
Yeah. I get that.
Christian Cage deserved his run. He never got it in WWE, especially with that feud we had with Alberto Del Rio. His push should have been way longer than it should have.
Yeah.
He had one of the best mic skills, and I think he an asshole for real in real life the way he act. Mm-hmm. And I like it, but I think he an asshole in real life the way he act because he do it too perfect.
Yeah, that is true. But third part, but like I said, I like that Jay White focused on the leg of Page, a whole bunch of corkscrews, really wrenching on that thing, and then Prince Nana, an eye for an eye, came out and did his shit and then knocked him out.
Yeah.
Third segment, MJF, Juice Robinson, and the roll of quarters. What are your thoughts on that? And to give context, sorry about that, D-Walk. To give context, it said Freeman to be like a Jewish joke.
Yeah.
In the sense of, but during the times of Israel and Palestine, not the right time to do this. But again, your thoughts.
I mean, anything with MJF in there is good. I mean, and Juice Robinson, I mean, like it's a good push. I mean, it'd be a good push. I mean, he not no slouch either. So, I mean, I look at it as it benefits both of them. It just don't like how you say it, like hurt one another and then another person gain, it benefit both of them because they both young, and then it could push both of them, no matter how it go, good or bad.
That's true. I get that. Now, I'm gonna say this about this. It was a joke. It's wrestling. It's heat. He's
Mm-hmm.
trying something to make controversy. It makes sense. It's not the right timing for this in a sense, but it's wrestling. Flair has done way worse for way less. Obviously,
This how I feel. Everybody takes shit too serious. We in a part of the world. We are in the part of the world where we need more joy and happiness than we do negativity. I mean, we got so much negativity and bullshit going on. We gotta laugh about some shit. So shit that happens, we gotta like make fun of it. How comedians look, we gotta live the life of comedians do it. Comedians, the shit is happening in real life, but then to them it's like a joke because they making us laugh off the shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You remember when they ridiculed Tracy Morgan on saying, "No, I want to say it. Nah, we might
No,
get booted off."
that's not.
Yeah,
And for the second person watching, give us the heart. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this on Thursday. Well, this is a good topic to talk with Joe.
Yeah,
Joe is AEW.
yeah.
Now, any more segments on NXT?
No, that was it. That was overall. And overall, I think I would have gave it honestly with all the big heads and everything. I probably give it like a C minus D because even though you had the Undertaker, Paul Heyman, John Cena on the show, it still didn't really do nothing. It really didn't benefit it.
Damn, that's harsh, but I respect that. It's harsh, but it's respectable.
Yeah, it
I
didn't
would
benefit.
give not true. I give NXT like a out of a 10 out of a 5. Like even as a letter rating, like a C.
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing
it had the
both
Undertaker on
ways.
there, and it had American Badass Undertaker on there, and I mean, like, I just don't understand. Like, that should have been an A plus 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 plus. If they had the Undertaker and all them in there like that, it should have been an A plus 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 plus. It shouldn't have been no C.
True. Understandably so. I would give it a C. Because again, even with Cena, and we didn't talk about Undertaker. Undertaker choke slammed Braun Breaker.
Yeah, but they had the gong. So when they had the gong, you would think the dead man would do it, but they had American Badass do it.
Yeah, because of course that costs money for the Undertaker. We got a comment of the day. Give me a second, Joseph Bianco. What's up, Joe?
What's up, bro?
Thank you, Joe. And another comment here is in the comments. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and show love. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
By the way, Pockets won, Joe. Suck it.
Hey.
Now, moving on to the main event of AEW, which is Saraya versus Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida has been a 2-time champion, lost twice. Saraya won the belt in Wembley. And I'm actually happy for her, obviously, because, again, just happy for her, as all things.
Yeah.
The thing about this, Hikaru Shida, great match back and forth.
Yeah.
Knee strikes versus leg strikes back and forth. And everything else. In the end, Hikaru Shida won deep cover to be the first ever 3-time AEW champion.
Yeah.
Against Saraya out of fucking nowhere. And we've got a comment here. Pockets has sloppy seconds. Kiss my ass, man.
Oh, wow.
You know how it is.
Wow.
Your thoughts. It's okay. Your thoughts on Shida being the first ever 3-time champion.
I like it. I mean, her gimmick is going out. It's due time. I mean, like, it's time for the gimmick to switch up on the gimmick, and you got a all around wrestler winning the world belt, the women's belt.
True.
I like it.
For me, I'm like it's telling right off the bat for. If we got a comment here before I continue. He won the belt.
Oh, here he go. Hey, look, he been petty again.
Of course,
he been petty. Hey, who been petty?
I know, but again, we go back, Joe. Leave a comment when we talk about this. Saraya and Shida. I'm happy for her. They're giving her flowers double time because again, she did it during the pandemic. She
Yeah.
deserved the second time of the belt.
Yeah.
The third time tells you
Yeah.
that Britt wasn't an option. No other person was an option except for Sheeta, which
Mm-hmm.
tells me that the women's division is fucking in peril. Because if you give it back to Sheeta, yeah, she's a fucking workhorse.
Yeah.
Sure, stop trying to burn your fucking workhorse.
Yeah.
It
But
sucks.
you said that second one was pandemic. That second pandemic one, it don't count just the same way as the Lakers one when that pandemic happened and everything first happened.
Yeah.
But now it's actually true and it's real. Like people believe it. Like she won is off or her earned won that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I
I
see
just
that
see it.
and
Yeah, go on.
no, I mean I'll just say I seen it. I like that. I like the title change with her.
Yeah.
Especially her being as champion. I like that.
No, I know. I like it too, but just it's telling like what is happening with the women's division in AEW that you have to give it back to Sheeta. And again, she deserved it. And
Mhm.
and just give my counterpoint. I think Sheeta deserved the belt in the pandemic because again, no
Yeah.
one was doing shit except for the best friends, Sheeta, the Dark Order. They were busting their asses. Dark Order's doing their own thing in ROH, trying to
Yeah.
reinvent themselves. The best friends are kind of buried by their own. They just do like special matches. And Sheeta, sure. But now a question for you and everyone down in the audience that's watching, and make sure that like everyone wherever you are, or hearts or whatever you want to call them. Who is going to be Sheeta's next opponent? Because again, you can like Soraya's friend is out, Jamie Hayter's out, Britt Baker, I don't know where the hell she is. Other than that, and Jade's gone. Who else is left?
So
Oh, I know, but tell me your thoughts.
what if it's Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks?
She didn't come out this Tuesday, but she's been talking about AEW. They've been hinting about that. I think it's Thunder Rosa is going after.
No.
I know,
No.
but she's been.
Can we change
Shout
the subject
out to
before?
Joe B-Mac. Yeah, see, I was thinking about that too. Soraya wasn't comfortable yet. She just got back. She's just got back into wrestling. This is going to be a tough. Like if Soraya had the belt for longer, she would have to fight a heavy match. And
Yeah.
that's very like.
Can-
You
yeah.
know,
I don't want to see that Rose chick, Nyla Rose. Nah. I mean,
yeah.
that's sensitive. Nah. They should have their own division.
I know Thunder Rosa can sail the hell away, but there's only 3 or 4 top players that can get the belt right now. You can't give it to Willow because Willow has the belt and she's in Japan.
Yeah.
You can't give it to Britt. You give it to Britt and then what? Britt has the belt for what?
I'd rather see Mercedes Moné get healthy and then challenge Soraya for the belt.
Yeah,
Then to see Nyla Rose ever step in the ring and contend for the belt.
You know what's fucked up? You know Nyla Rose is gonna be called up at AEW eventually once her contract's done. They're just using her because they realize they need big, heavy players now that you have Jade. You can't put all the blame on Jade anymore. Put the blame on fucking Nia Jax. But we're back to Soraya and Sheeta. I'm happy for Sheeta once again. Soraya, she's not comfortable yet. I get that too. Thunder Rosa might be the one to take it off her, and then they might do a Thunder Rosa Britt feud all over again, which is very toxic.
Yeah.
But if they do a death match again to bring in the crowd,
then
maybe. I'd
rather see Thunder Rosa than Nyla Rose, but
yeah.
That's my whole thing. I mean, to me, like I said, they should have their own division and everything. But Thunder Rosa, I could see that happening. I'd rather see that happen. But I'd rather see Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, come back and challenge for the belt.
True. Like I said, that's fucking phone. But for me, sorry about that. My phone's
No, you good, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, sorry about that.
It's all good.
I know, but people would be going there. Shut the fuck up. Calm the fuck on. Give me a second.
Hey, that mean you popular, man. You popping tonight, baby.
With the wrong motherfuckers right now. Now, thank you, everybody watching. By the way, this is your show. Sign us out, D-Walk.
Oh, well. This is D Walk. Thank you for coming and stopping by and chilling with me on a Wednesday NXT. I will see y'all tomorrow. It will be the Invisible Man and Mr. My partner in crime, Joe BCNL. And then where my guy at Candy Destroyer. Hey, I can't wait till you jump online with us again, baby. But it's all good. You know we got you. But
One more thing before I go. Coming soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm not gonna jinx myself by saying this. Hot Mook Summer might be coming back. He's just leaving the forest in Yosemite. So hopefully that would work out in our favor. So we have someone else here, but I'm out of here, Visible Man. Out. See you guys on Thursday. Keep going.
I would like to thank my special guest, the Invisible Man. Next week, I got a show. I got a real special guest. We go way back. We go way back since elementary. And I'm looking forward to talking about this episode with him. Y'all know him next week and everything. I'm not gonna say his name now, but it's big things. So I want to thank y'all for coming through, showing love. We gonna talk again. Peace, love. Let's get it in. All right. Come smoke with me next time. All right.
Real quick, yeah. One man hustling with one goal.